Alrighty, y'all. So we're just gonna go ahead and jump into these questions. So for the people that don't know, how about you introduce yourself today?
Hey, what's up? I'm Jermaine Simpson, a full-time film director out of West Palm Beach, Florida. And yes, I'm 36 years old and love what I do.
Okay, so what made you pursue filmmaking?
I mean, it goes way back from watching my father. Man, he used to go around with this big camcorder. He used to go record the churches and record members, and he used to do like little party things and stuff like that. And so he used to take me with him when he go, and it always caught my attention every time he did. It's like it was magic. Like you can capture a moment, come back and rewatch that moment again. Capture a moment, come back and rewatch that moment again. I don't know, it's just something that really, gravitated my attention towards it. So if I would say what put me into filmmaking, I would say my father, watching my father do it. Then later on, I got into it and started dabbling with cameras at the age of, when I was 10 years old. And I started getting into storytelling around about 12, when I wrote it's kind of foolish. It's called The Cry of the Heart. And I remember recording off a handy cam, not the ones that take the tape, the one that take the dish, and just creating magic. And ever since then, I was hooked. That was pretty much it. I knew what I wanted to do with my life.
And what was that story about?
Well, okay, if those that know me personally know that I'm a very like emotional, romance and drama kind of guy. I love that with all my heart. This story was just me. The Cry of the Heart. It was just particularly me when I was young when I wrote it. It was me being hurt because of a breakup and showing people how you can get over it. The necessary steps I took. And showing shots looking in the rain. Trying to be creative with that, but it was nothing serious. But the reason why I keep that in memory because it was my first time trying to do filmmaking without any knowledge at all.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So when you first started your film work, did you have any roadblocks on the way?
Come on, what roadblocks? What filmmaker don't have roadblocks, man? I'm talking about, man. This is a tough industry to be in, man. I'm talking about apart from the haters, apart from the people that don't believe in you, all that. My family don't believe in me, and all that. Apart from all that emotional stuff. We talking about the dilemma of trying to produce a film. I mean, we talking about from scout locations, from casting, from editing, from shooting, from knowing the right lens, from knowing the right shots. The very most important, the lighting, the storyboard. It's just a lot to this. And then me as I grew up, I did this all as a one man's team at first. I didn't know as I grew up. I didn't know that you're supposed to have a production crew. I didn't know that at all. I was really lost. I was like, I'm thinking I'm supposed to do the writing, the editing, the shooting, the sound, the everything. All I had is one camera, and I had to use the natural light. But going through dilemmas, I went through so many roadblocks. I mean, I can just fast forward to around about 2020. Going through a lot. With trying to keep the actors, uplifted as we try to complete projects. The casting, I mean, in Florida, it's very hard. It's very hard in Florida because you don't have that many actors and actresses. You don't have that much film production. I mean, you have a lot of guys with cameras, but there's not many that do film production. You know, there's not many that likes to tell stories or you know, even in that nature. I mean, um, yeah.
Well, speaking of Roblox, I know on Facebook you had posted that you had a drawback with one of your stories coming out soon. What is it called?
Tales of My Soul.
Yeah, that one. I know that since COVID hit, you weren't able to get like actors and stuff together because we were in quarantine. How was that for you? Like,
I mean, that was rough. I mean, the first one when I came back from New York, the first project I started working on was Emotions. Emotions was mostly like a tester, to try to produce and let you know other producers see, hey, I'm a filmmaker. This is what I can create. You know, to draw in a great revenue of people that where we can all team up together and create great magic from West Palm Beach. But um, branch off to and Tales of My Soul. Now, Tales of My Soul, that's still my baby, and it's still written, and we're still going to shoot it. But we had a big dilemma, like what you was talking about earlier, with the COVID-19. I mean, when COVID-19 hit, I mean, most of my actors was catching COVID, and uh, every place was shutting down, and we couldn't get nothing. We couldn't get nothing done. I mean, the only thing that we could really do is just stay home and do interviews or keep replaying the stuff that we already had previous before the COVID. You know, that was a big tragedy right there.
so tell us about Tales of My Soul. What is it about?
Oh, Tales of My Soul. Tales of My Soul is a bouquet of stories, bouquet of dramatic events. You know, love, drama, deceit, and just things that you can relate to. I don't want to give you all of it, but it's just more things that you can relate to. Everyday life. That's who I am. I mean, I like to write about things that we can relate to, things that people go through, and things mostly I went through, but you know, I overcame it. And why not put your what you went through in film? Because I look at film just what it is. It's art. I mean, I love it. I love creating art. What's in this mind, make it reality, you know, through film. So basically, Tales of My Soul is just, you know, I mean, I went through a great deal of breakups, great deal of deceit, um, great deal of drama, you know, growing up, you know, I'm growing up in West Palm Beach, lived some in Rivera Beach, Boynton, in Miami, Homestead, you know, just living everywhere and getting to experience a lot of things. And I took my hurt, my pain, and my what we would call trials. I took that and created something with it. You know, created something. Um, that's basically what I say about that.
So that's your choice of genre, romance.
Yeah, if I would put a title on me, I would say I'm more of a romance writer.
So is that what you do full time?
Yeah, I do full time. This is going on my second year. I've been doing filmmaking full time. Previous to doing filmmaking, I used to be management in restaurants and stadiums. But you know, I always had a passion for filmmaking. So about 2 years ago, told my boss, hey, I want to do films. I want to do this, and I feel like a 9 to 5 is holding me back. And I remember he was saying, you know, well, don't you need the money to do it? Don't you need to make resources? I'm like, well, I can make music videos. I can do interviews. As long as I have the camera, I have a business. And you know, I took that step, you know, through prayer. I took that step, and still to this day, I mean, I thank God, you know, everything's been going successfully. And I mean, I'm happy. That's what matters.
their films, music videos, and I know you have a movie company as well. How do you balance everything?
Well, delegate. I mean, that's what every great leader would know how to do, delegate. I mean, you have to, being a leader, you have to understand that you can't do everything. You can't do it all yourself. I mean, I had to learn that in filmmaking. I couldn't do everything. And even with doing music videos and doing documentaries and things like that and trying to maintain my project itself, even with the moving business I have, I delegate, I hired a team over there and I have an assistant and they keep it running over that end when I do music videos and commercials and all of that. I just separate the dates and, you know, I'm all over the place. I'm gonna be real with you on that. I'm all over the place when it comes to that, but I am more organized. I hate that. We're gonna do it over again. No, don't stop it. Just do it over again. Yeah.
So I know that you do.
Hold on. Before you do that, remember you be talking behind the camera, you talking over there, you talking that, but the mic is right here. So your voice gonna be everywhere. You're gonna see it when we do it post production. All right. You can go.
So I know a lot of people come to you for music videos. How do you balance everything out? Like I know you have a moving company, your film, music videos, interviews. How do you sort everything out?
I mean, it's simple. Every great leader has to learn how to delegate, and that's basically what I do by scheduling and delegating, and good scheduling. That's what I put it as.
So, do you have any upcoming things you're working on now?
Yeah, me and my partner Alex, we're working on a couple of things that's coming out. But we also are working on no. Alright, yeah, say it again. Press my face.
So, do you have any upcoming projects? So, do you have any upcoming projects you're working on?
Can you just stay straight and ask me the question so we won't hear all of that? I'm telling you, you gotta understand what I'm talking about. It's gonna be all the sounds.
I'm not arguing with you.
All right.
So, do you have any upcoming projects you're working on?
Yeah. Well, like I said, we still doing Tales of My Soul, and I'm still working on Can We Talk. Can We Talk is a emotional romance loving film, man. I wrote that in New York about a year ago. Me and my partner Alice will be working on it. You're gonna hear more about it, but most of the things that I have upcoming, I'm trying to keep as silent as possible, just a little bit, We try to keep it silent as possible, but we are working on a couple of trailers for other production companies as well. Look out for that trailer, Age Ain't Nothing But a Number. Yeah, I'm such a romance guy.
Well, can't wait to see it. So, do you have any advice for any upcoming filmmakers out there?
I mean, my advice to any upcoming filmmakers about that is don't worry about what kind of camera you need. Don't worry about what kind of light you need. Don't worry about, basically anything. If you have a story, you have a phone, you have a production. That's what I said. That was my fault back then. I mean, I thought that I needed to write this and to write that, the right lens and to write this. And now that, I accomplished all the things that I thought I need, I don't even use it, I use only certain things like as my go-to all the time. I mean, if you don't have a budget, never let that knock you. You can do anything. As long as you have a camera phone, you have a film. As long as you have a good story, you have a film. That's all I can say. I mean, you have a movie, you have something you got to get off your chest, just shoot it. Just shoot it. You know, your gift will make room for you. Always stay focused. Don't care about what no one say. Just go out and do what you want to do and make bad movies. And that means awesome in a way. Not bad and bad, but good movies.
Alrighty, so thank you so much, Jermaine. How about you tell the people where they can find you at?
Well, you can find me on Facebook as Naturalboy Manning, and you can find me on Instagram 2 times, Naturalboy Films, that's with a Z, and Naturalboy Productions. And I thank you so sweet for having me, and
thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye.